Today includes all the past that ever was and all the future. It's here now.
That is, we can retrieve the past, we can be in touch with the present, and the future of the future is the present, so we're in touch with all times now.
But just let us notice that in a world of simultaneous information, you have basically an acoustic world, not a visual world with a point of view, not a positional world from which to look at the future or the past, but an acoustic world in which you are bombarded simultaneously by every kind of data from every direction. When everything happens at once, when everybody becomes totally involved in everything.
So let you edit the stuff that you create.
How is one to establish identity? For the past century, people have been working at that problem. A friend has said the future of the future is the present.
The future of the future is the present, so...
If you really are curious about the future, just study the present. Because what we ordinarily see in any present is really what appears in the rearview mirror.
Tonight on...
What we ordinarily think of as present is really the past. Modern suburbia lives in Bonanza Land.
So, by definition...
How is one to establish identity?
General course that the rest of the industry took was like, let's just abolish it. Let's give everybody a vanilla white profile page where you all have the same grid of photos on Flickr or Instagram, the same like beige YouTube page that everybody else does, or the same masonry grid that everybody else does has on Pinterest. You know, I think it's giving up a lot. Again, maybe useful when you're trying to make something that is just about keeping up to date with people, but when it really comes to expression and empowering creators to make stuff that we love and make stuff that surprises us, I think it's a real detriment to that community.
The future of the future is the present, so...
Wormholes are theoretically located throughout the universe. Could these same types of gateways exist in smaller areas on Earth?
People who are subjected to the arrangement of language visually in lines, highly sequential and precise, rigid, develop habits of arranging their lives, arranging their whole social existence, which are very closely geared to these norms. They're not specially aware of this. Lineality, though, is not characteristic of radio or television or movies. And so we have been subjected to tremendous new forces, new influences, which have broken up the older habits acquired from the print world,
Would you say we tend to think in straight lines until we break away from?
We still like to speak of following a person or drawing conclusions in lines.
Yes.
And I don't follow you. I do follow you, sort of thing. It does suggest, yes, that we think of thought itself.
But notice our contemporary phrase, I dig you.
This is closer, surely, to the media of television, which, incidentally, has had the strange effect on the young of driving them to the libraries to ask for fact books. The librarians report there's a tremendous new taste in the young for fact books, not fiction.
I'd like to get at
Now, well, I was thinking the fact book is the thing that you have to dig.